Mike, we're getting closer and closer now to Saturday, the first game of the League One campaign. What is the mood in the camp?
Excitement. I think we've done, from my perspective, we've done all our work now, so we'll have some little bits to tidy up today and tomorrow, but we want 3 o'clock on Saturday now, and we'll find out how close or how far away we are in terms of where we want to be.
Feels like ages ago now. We rolled into Harlington, obviously on day one of pre-season training. Fast forward to now, how do you reflect on pre-season as a whole, and how pleased have you been with the progress that's been made?
Yeah, I was pleased in terms of we did a lot of our business in terms of transfer dealings early. It's been a huge amount of work. I'm really pleased with the group because I've asked a huge amount of them in terms of the things that we're asking them to do, both physically and kind of mentally, in terms of the kind of the way we want to play, the methodology. But they've bought into it. I think in particular the senior players, I've had some really kind of honest conversations with them in terms of the direction, the playing style and whatever else, and they've been really open-minded to all the ideas. So I've been really happy with them in terms of buying into not only the culture, because they set the culture, but buying into the kind of direction in terms of the way we want to play.
And I imagine there's a lot of selection headaches for you. There's obviously been a few experimental bits during pre-season, really hard for the fans to guess a starting 11, and that'll be your job come 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Yeah,
I take great pride when you say the fans have struggled to pick the starting 11, because it probably means we've done our job properly in terms of selecting certain players for certain games and being really clear and diligent around the kind of planning bits, both training and games. So, yeah, I'll be honest with you, it is going to be difficult. Of course it is, and it's probably the hard part of the job, but trust me, it's a lot easier than what it was last season when I had a squad of almost kind of 29 fit players. It's significantly less in terms of that type of headache, but it's always a headache in terms of all the lads want to play the first game of the season, but the reality is the first game of the season will be what it is, and after Saturday we'll have 45 plus cup games, whatever games to go, so everyone will get an opportunity at some point, and they've just got to put their best foot forward in terms of making sure that shirt's theirs.
Let's talk about Bradford. Actually, this time last year we rolled into Wrexham, who had been newly promoted, sold out crowd, huge atmosphere on day one of the season. It'll be similar up at Bradford. Obviously they finished the season so well last year, and could be a force to be reckoned with in League One again this year.
I think they will be. I think they've recruited really well in terms of some really kind of senior players that know the level. They're a huge football club in terms of size and stature, probably one of the biggest in our league. And first game of the season, whether it's Bradford or anyone else, it's almost, I addressed the players this morning, it's always the first game of the season is that kind of pantomime party atmosphere, because everyone's just ecstatic and buzzing to have football back. So we know what's going to come, and we've got to deal with that. And time will tell, obviously, first 15, 20 minutes of the game whether we do deal with that or not. But I'm confident that we will. And I'm sure they'll be saying the opposite in terms of trying to make it very hostile for us and make it really uncomfortable. But if we want to achieve what I think we can achieve, these are the types of challenges and tests that we should be kind of stepping towards, not kind of shying away from.
And let's touch on the fans. There's a few hundred of them going up there to Yorkshire on Saturday. We met some of them this week. They came into Marlow Road, and we can feel a real buzz and an optimism around the place, which you don't always get when a season ends in disappointment, as obviously it did with us in the playoffs. But are you feeling that as well, that there's a kind of a fresh start now and a new leaf being turned over and a lot of optimism going into the new campaign?
Yeah, definitely. I feel a lot more relaxed and a lot more confident in terms of I've had 5 weeks to work with the group. I've had a say in recruitment, if that's probably the right phrase to use. And I feel like I've implemented some ideas that hopefully will be seen on Saturday. They won't be smooth, it won't be perfect, but from a personal perspective, I feel a lot more relaxed and comfortable with hopefully the product that's going to be out on the pitch. But from a fan's perspective, they're the lifeblood of this football club, and we myself in particular, but the staff and the players, we know how important games of football are for the fans, and in particular the ones that are making that incredibly long journey. We're hoping that we're going to send them home with a smile on the face on Saturday afternoon, and we'll do everything we possibly can to make sure that is the case. And it's our responsibility, my responsibility, to make sure that kind of freshness and that buzz continues, not just for week 1 of the season, but continues throughout the season. We will have challenges. It's League One football. We will win games of football. We will lose games of football. I think I said in the week, my kind of 2 areas of focus this season are making sure that people can see the style and see the direction of the kind of playing style and the direction of developing players and developing young footballers, but also bringing the fans on the journey with us and making sure the fans are clear in terms of what the direction of the football club is.